let's learn about frogs. Frogs go through a lot to become an adult. Let's look at where their lives begin. These little jelly-looking spheres are frog eggs. A frog starts its life as an egg. These eggs are generally laid in a pond and are able to float. Can you see the black dots? These dots are made of cells that will turn into a tadpole. The cluster of eggs bound together are called egg masses. These egg masses are made up of many little eggs. Usually, these eggs hatch between 6 to 21 days. When tadpoles hatch from their eggs, they live underwater. They eat algae, or small plants that live in the water. Because they live underwater, they use gills to breathe, just like fish. But don't be confused, they are not fish. They're amphibians. A tadpole has a long tail and no legs. Well, no legs yet. After about 5 weeks, it all begins to change and transform. This change is called metamorphosis. Now you might be asking, what is metamorphosis? Well, it's a process of a transformation from an immature form to an adult form in 2 or more distinct stages. In our case, it's a tadpole turning into a frog. In about 24 hours, the tadpole begins to turn into a frog. Its organs begin to change too. The lungs begin to form so that the animal can leave the water. Now, how is this picture different from the last? This frog has arms and legs. This is a picture of a froglet. A froglet is almost a full adult. At this stage, the gills are gone and lungs have continued to grow. This allows for the frog to go on land. Once the tail disappears, the animal that was once a tadpole is now turning into a frog. These are pictures of adult frogs that have gone through metamorphosis. These frogs are amphibians, meaning they are cold-blooded vertebrate animals that have gills and live in the water as larvae, but breathe air as adults. So, let's recap. A frog starts its life as an egg. From there, it turns into a tadpole that lives in the water with its gills. This tadpole begins to develop legs and slowly becomes a young frog. Once the frog has grown its lungs and lost its tail, it's become an adult frog. The cycle continues as eggs are laid by new adult frogs. And that, my friends, is a frog's life. Isn't it riveting? Or should I say, ribbiting?